we're at the cusp of a very bright future. We have a number of major projects that are already happening. Obviously everyone is aware of the Ichthys project, but there's also the Shell Prelude project, which is the big floating LNG project offshore near Western Australia. There is a range of potential onshore gas projects happening. We have some major mining developments coming on stream, and the economic future for the Territory is extremely bright, and I would say we are positioning ourselves to have very strong growth over the next 30 and 40 years.
It's interesting you mentioned it's not just about INPEX. There are other projects in other sectors, and I saw a map you put up earlier where there are defence in the cattle industry. There are other projects coming online.
Absolutely. I agree, we shouldn't just focus on the Ichthys project, though it is a great project in its own right. Let's not forget Darwin LNG, who started off a lot of this initiative going forward. But it's across all the other sectors, the mining, the agricultural sector. We've heard the news about a new abattoir coming on stream. We heard the Chief Minister talking about the opportunities for the future for the Ord River region and working with Western Australia. Just last night, I think I heard on a radio or parliamentary broadcast in the federal parliament that Australia agricultural exports, 60% of that goes to Asia. So certainly this connecting with the Asian region and our proximity to it is a fantastic opportunity.
Another map you had on the board this morning also showed how much the exploration in Territory has more than doubled. It's really taken on a hold now.
Yeah, certainly I think for the onshore gas developments and the shale gas developments, it's gone through that initial phase of the junior explorers coming in there and taking leases. But as they get more promising results, we're now seeing the trend of larger companies coming in. The Santoses, the Norwegian companies, Statoil, Hess and so on are all there. And that's a sign that they also see the opportunities of growing this onshore business.
Is there a lot of work needed to embrace those projects so we have the necessary infrastructure to move them forward?
Oh, absolutely. And I think the Chief Minister in his speech this morning referred to the Planning Commission, the need to get that long-term planning in place. And that in itself is to cater for that growth coming forward. So there's one element of getting the growth and attracting business. The other is making sure that we have the capacity to service it.
Should we be worried about too much growth at one particular time?
Oh, look, I think you can always try and manage it too much or micromanage it, but if we think about it, a lot of it is driven by the private sector. The private sector will make their decisions on a commercial basis. It's about being aware of what those opportunities are, planning for those, and then being able to deliver the appropriate infrastructure to service projects, particularly as we know they're about to enter final investment decision phase.
How much is a conference like this about providing certainty for that future and those companies involved?
Oh, look, I'd have to say this is a fantastic conference. We've got, about 430 delegates, a lot from interstate, a lot of locals here. And the key focus we're on about is maximising opportunities for local business. Now, we have these great projects, but this government certainly has a strong focus on how can local business extract as much of that benefit as they can. And companies who are here today, they hear about the projects, they actually engage with the proponents. There are other service companies who come up who are looking to establish in the Territory. They'll either partner with local businesses here or they'll set up in their own right. All of that is good stuff.
It sounds like a good place to have a business, Brian.
Absolutely, and I have a very good friend down in Melbourne who I won't name, but you could say he's a billionaire, and he's about 70 now. And he would tell anyone that if he was 20 years old, he would be up here to start his life again.
Thanks very much for having a chat with us.
Absolutely. Thank you very much.